Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, yeah! What is going on, everybody? It's Past the Gravy, episode number 606. It's your boys, Alex and Pat, and we're doing a little Zoom episode today because Robert's not here.
Friggin' Robert.
Yeah, way to go, Robert.
Making us be in the comfort of our own homes while doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. I was telling you last week after we were done, like I was like, I love doing the pod in person so much more just because like there's little things that like if you're doing a joke, sometimes I talk over you on Zoom because there's the little bit of the delay, even if it's not that big of a delay. But like in person, it's just different than it is on a Zoom. We did it on Zoom for over a year, but like we can still do it. I'm just also like I'm on edge right now. I'm trying to do a bunch of shit in my personal life, and then I'm also fucking trying to make sure that my internet doesn't go out, and that was why we started doing it in person again in the first place. So fingers crossed that this works. We're gonna power through this. We're gonna power through this podcast. I feel like to start things off, I feel like I might have brought this up before, but there's a dude when I leave work that has a Jeep with an axe on the front of it. What do you think the odds are that he's never ever used that axe ever in his life? Like, you have an axe on the front of your fucking car.
I would guess it's somewhere between 99 and 100% that he's never used it.
You just try to show yourself like you look cool. If you're a firefighter, I guess I give you a pass, but still, you don't really need an axe on the front.
Is it ever dirty or is it very clean?
The Jeep's always like pristine.
So it's a pavement princess. Yeah, no. I don't know why you would have one. I have to assume it's for like if you're off-roading and get stuck on a tree limb, then you can cut it. So get yourself. But yeah, that's one of the more ridiculous Jeep things I've ever heard of is having an axe on your truck.
Like I think like cars in Grand Theft Auto had axes on them. I think you get those, and it's like, yeah, this is a video game. You can't use the axe, but like that looks cool. I guess it does look kind of cool. But you're in Houston, Texas. You're not in the woods. There's not really any trees anywhere near you. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird move.
The woodlands, it's all paved. You're not really going off-road. You don't need to.
The snorkel, okay. I think the snorkel looks funny, but like we live in a city that floods sometimes. So like I give you, like, I don't care if you have that. Like I get that. Okay. You may need to take that out in some high water. Shit happens like that. But with an axe, and like if I ever, which is very unlikely that I will run into this person out in the wild, but if I ever see like a burning building and I see that Jeep just sitting there with that axe on it, I'm going to fucking lose my shit when I see that person. Like, you just want people to die? You don't, like, you got a fucking axe? You're not going to help people out? What are you doing? If there's ever a situation where an axe could be used to fix something and they are not actively like, I got an axe, I got one, you shouldn't own that Jeep.
If you had to guess one TV show character of all time that would definitely have an axe on the front of their car, who would it be?
Dwight Schrute.
It's 100% Dwight Schrute. That's the most Dwight Schrute, like, energy I've ever heard of in my life.
You never know, dude. My apartment, I might need this axe.
I can just picture Dwight just like crashing an axe through the door while people are having a meeting because he thought a fire was going on because Jim tricked him.
But at least he would be using it thinking he was helping people. And if you have the axe and you're not using it to help people, you don't need the axe. You need to earn the axe.
I don't hate having the axe. I just think you look like a jackass.
I mean, it does, like, an axe does look cool to have, but like, it's just a wild move to have it on the front of your car in like a city like Houston.
I mean, imagine you get into a road rage accident and you both hop out of the car. You can just grab it. It can also grab your axe and bury it into your grill.
Good point. Yeah, is it like one of those, you have to have a key to unlock it so not just anybody can grab it? Because I feel like that would be problematic because it's on the outside of the car. It's on the hood of the car.
I mean, a homeless dude could walk by and just steal your
Anybody
axe.
could just take that.
Guy at the corner, steal your axe.
I'm assuming that they have some sort of key or lock for it, or else that axe would just be gone.
I mean, even neighborhood kids.
I'm just taking it. Yeah.
Yeah, so there has to be a key. I'm going to need you to investigate to double check. But because if there's not a key, I need you to steal that axe.
I think I have to at that point.
Yeah, I wasn't stealing it. It was a safety issue. I didn't want this to fall into the hands of any children or axe murderers.
Great point. Yeah, officer, I was really trying to make my neighborhood safer by taking this axe. I was not committing theft. I was trying to save people's lives from any potential danger. If you do not drive a fire truck or a fire station vehicle, again, I gave him a pass if he is a firefighter, you don't really need to have an axe in your car.
No, the axe is a complete hard-o move. Like if you really need something, sledgehammer.
Oh, you don't need, you have a tire iron. Just use that shit.
I didn't even think about the tire iron. That's a good point.
Like everybody's got those.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have no idea what the axe would be for a Jeep. I assume it's for cutting down trees when you're off-roading. Because what other fucking reason could you have for having an axe?
Like if your park ranger has that Jeep, okay, that makes sense. This guy might need to use an axe.
Jeep?
What?
Is it a dark green Jeep?
No, it's like a
ranger.
It's like an orange Jeep with an axe on it.
Dude's a hardo.
Cool car, probably unnecessary with the axe.
Especially in, Houston, Texas.
Yeah. By the way,
just give him a pat.
By the way, Pat is on his phone today, so that's why you may see different weird camera angles, because your iPad, we've not done this in person so long that your iPad now is too old to update Zoom.
Yeah.
So you have to use your phone.
Because I need iOS 13 and it's got like iOS 12.9. And it's like, it doesn't even give me the option. It's like, dude, we've ran this as long as we can.
It just takes you to the Apple store with like a page to buy a new one.
Yeah, like it even said on Zoom, it was like, okay, you can't get iOS 13. If you want to download an older version of Zoom, and I was like, yeah. And then it would just repeat the message. It was like, that's not even an option.
That's where they get you.
Like, why they get you? Of downloading an older version just to immediately go, there's no older version.
Nope. Oops. All right, well, let's move along after the Jeep bit. Oscars happened this weekend. I didn't watch. There was sports happening, I was watching sports. I'm a man, I watch sports. But I did see Timothy Chalamet looked like the yellow guy from Curious George with his cool fit on. He just didn't have the hat or the monkey. And I don't know why I jotted this down on my notes, but I said, if Timothy Chalamet was a Pokemon, would he be Timothy Charmeleon or Hitmonlee Chalamet?
I think you would have to Timothy Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
You got to give it the though. Charmeleon.
Charmeleon. So it would be Timothy Charmeleon?
Yeah, Timothy Charmeleon. God,
okay.
Hitmonlee Chalamet.
Which just got me kind of down a rabbit hole where I was thinking of celebrities if they had Pokemon names. I don't know if you'd like to participate in this as well, but I jotted down a few. Let me start off with Alexandra Dodrio. Hot. She'd be one of the hotter Pokemon.
Dude, you give her a third boob with that? Come on.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, like the 3 heads that Dodrio had. What about Venusaur Williams?
Oh, good one.
Another, if sticking on just tennis players, Kim Cloyster. Instead of Kim Clijsters.
That's a good one.
Emily Raticate.
Oh, that would have been better. That I had Lana Del Ratata.
Ah, Ratata. Emily Raticate would have worked as well.
Emily Rattata would have worked as well. Ratata would have worked as well. But Emily Rattata would have worked as well. But Lana Del Ratata. 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 Emily Rattata would have worked as well.
Pablo Pikachu,
Oh,
famous
Pidgey,
painter. Who?
Pidgey Elliott.
I like that.
That's the one I'm most proud of.
Jeff Goldduck,
Oh,
also Whoopi Goldduck.
Lil Nas Execute.
I really like that one. Kristen Bellsprout.
Oh, I like that. John Cougar Machamp.
I had Machamp man Randy Savage.
Oh, that's better.
Machamp good.
Cubone Thugs and Harmony.
That's good. That's good. Evie Mendez.
Oh man, I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, that might be the leader then. What about Ann Dugong Garfield?
Ooh, I like, dude. Not enough love to Dugong.
Dugong gets very little love.
Dugong, unsung hero of the Pokemon world.
Yeah, not the coolest Pokemon, so probably why, but very very unsung.
You know who would be the coolest Pokemon?
Who?
Rick Flareon.
Oh fuck yeah! Woo! When the fire comes out,
Oh, he's shooting flames with the woo.
that would be sick. That'd be sick. Ringo Starmie was my favorite Beetle, so he would probably be a really good Pokemon.
Starduck Trump.
Oh,
Or no, that's not
Psyduck. Psyduck Trump.
I'm literally just picturing Psyduck with the Trump flow on top.
Psy.
Donald.
Who?
There's just another Donald Psyduck.
That works.
Same thing, but just reversed.
What about Goldeen Hawn?
Oh, that's a sexy Pokemon.
Yeah, it'd be really hot. Really hot. Yeah. Yeah. Rhyhorn Reynolds. Another lesser talked about Pokemon.
That's a good one. He's tough. And see, now I'm just picturing Rhyhorn in the Deadpool outfit flipping around.
But he kind of like fucks his wife's directors over in the movies and like makes up allegations that didn't really happen, allegedly.
After his wife might have allegedly fucked her director.
Allegedly. Of course, allegedly.
All alleged. All alleged.
John Cubone holding the boombox up with the skull, maybe.
Oh, I was like, damn, what's that? Cusack. Got it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. They're not all winners.
See, this is why I wish I could draw, because I want to draw all these Pokemon. We might, you know what? This is why we have AI.
That's what I was gonna say. This is one of the few opportunities that I feel like AI makes sense in this case. Combine
Like,
John Cusack with Cubone. Do it now. Let's go. Carmen Electrode.
I'm afraid of why that gave me a boner. I don't understand it.
Because it's electric. It's electric, bro. Muck Myers.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Yeah, Muck was a weird Pokemon, just a big blob.
Oh man, Muck Myers. I mean, because I can picture him having the bad teeth, like Austin Powers.
Yeah. Oh, but he's just a blob with bad teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Yes.
You're just slithering off.
Oh God.
Got a couple more. Jessica Abra.
I like it.
And then last one I had is Orlando Gloom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's that one's just hard to picture because Gloom is so ugly and Orlando Bloom is a gorgeous man.
That's kind of what I liked about it. A little yin, a little yang.
The dichotomy of it, yes.
It evens him out. It's like, you can't be that hot.
That's true. I mean, that's
Be part plant.
ability at cornerback.
Yeah. Do you have any more?
No. I know I had some backups on the phone, but I don't want the camera flipping back and forth 40 times.
Let me run through what I had. Raichu McAdams. Seal. You didn't really need to change too much for that.
Just, yeah.
very hot right now too.
They literally did that in the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, they should do that next year. Just keep running seal back.
Just every year for the rest of our
Why
lives.
not? With a different endorsement. Pokemon next year. Gyarados Busey.
God damn. See, I'm mad at myself for not thinking of that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I was just trying to think of famous Gary, and he was up there.
God damn it.
And then last two I had Jake Jigglypuff and Adam Sandshrew.
Oh, the fucking Jigglypuff one is good.
Yeah. I was like, I gotta come up with somebody that's Jigglypuff, but I don't know. Those would be Pokemon if they were celebrities. Celebrity Pokemon.
Let's do Pokemon porn stars. No problem.
Yep. And that'll be next week's bit. We'll make Robert come up with all of them. That's his punishment for not being here today.
Hell yeah.
Celebrity Pokemon for you. All right.
Proud of Pidgey Elliott.
That was really good. I like that a lot. And then I liked Little Nas Execute.
I honestly, as I was writing that one down, I was like, Alex is also going to have this.
I did not.
I was shocked.
All right. What did you bring in for the Precome segment?
I mean, I got nothing this week for the Precome.
That's it.
Yeah, just keep it moving on to Comeback Kid, and we'll get going from there.
Just keeping it with the cum. No Precome here.
All about the cum.
We're running right through this episode. Robert's gonna be so pissed if this is a quick episode.
That's honestly my goal, is to make an hour 15 minutes just to make him angry.
He's like, "What the fuck, guys?" See, it's 3 minutes, a 3-man show. It just takes longer. That's really what it is. Robert won't shut up.
Never. God.
You haven't let us get a word in edgewise, Robert.
That's why we call him Robert the Yap Barbosa.
Yep. Yeah, call him the Yap.
Rat-a-tat Barbosa.
Rat-tat-tatting. That's all he's doing. All right, well, we are not brought to you. No, we are. We are brought to you by some. The Comeback Kids segment, where we tell you what's back in the news according to us. It's brought to you by Pass the Gravy merch.com. We never will put Pass the Gravy behind a paywall. We don't have cover to any of our events. We don't charge you for any of this. But if you'd like to support your favorite podcast, all you got to do is head over to passthegravymerch.com, load up on some gear. So you get a little something for supporting your podcast. Robert does a lot of our editing, a lot of our work for the podcast. We have web hosting fees. We've got server space we got to keep the podcast up and stuff like that. So that all goes directly to making sure that Pass the Gravy continues without us having to pay out of pocket, which is not as fun. So if you guys buy some shirts, then Robert gets paid, then the website gets paid off, all this stuff happens, and you get cool Pass the Gravy gear. And if you start sending us pictures of you and your stuff, we do the Gravy Day posts every Wednesday. We'll put you in there. You put yourself doing something cool in a Pass the Gravy shirt. I had to ask for permission, but Danielle Weston, that writes into us a lot, she went to Rome and had her green Pass the Gravy logo shirt on. And I was like, I need to use this. Can I use this for the Gravy Day post? I didn't get confirmation until after I already made the post. But next week, she's up on there. She's going to be on there. But if you get some cool Pass the Gravy shit, you already have some Pass the Gravy stuff, send us pictures of you doing cool stuff in your Pass the Gravy gear, and you'll go on our Gravy Day post that we post every single Wednesday. But it's also just a great way to look cool. We got St. Patty's Day coming up. The Irish, I was listening to Pass the Gravy shirts. Perfect. They're green. You're not going to get pinched. You can also get the Pass the Gravy Irish dad hat. It's got a clover with the Pass the Gravy logo in it. It looks pretty sweet. I'm wearing my Pass the Gravy regular dad hat. You can get the PTG logo shirts like Danielle has. It's April Fool's somewhere, because after St. Patty's Day, April Fool's right around the corner. But on Pass the Gravy, it's April Fool's somewhere all the time. So celebrate whenever you feel like it. And you can pull pranks on your friend and just like, April Fools! Even when it's not April Fools, it's always April Fools. Fun little bit right there. And then we got the PTG Icy shirts. We got the tie-dye dad hats. We got the PTG stickers. Go load up on Pass the Gravy stuff. It's also getting warmer, so the Pass the Gravy logo shorts will come in handy when you get those. They are the softest shorts you will own. They absolutely rock, and they got the back pocket for your wallet as well. PassTheGravyMerch.com. We don't ask you to donate to us at all. If you'd like to spend money on anything for us, you're going to get something in return. PassTheGravyMerch.com. PassTheGravyMerch.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the comeback kid. The comeback kid of the week. The comeback kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first comeback kid this week is Jorts. Shout out to Jorts. They're back.
I was not made aware of this development, but I am pumped.
Well, Jorts are back because John Cena is back because did you see he turned heel? I don't watch wrestling, but I saw he turned heel. And I always like it when somebody turns heel, except I didn't like it when Hulk Hogan turned heel because I was really into wrestling and I was a Wolfpack guy in the NWO and he was just in regular NWO with Kevin Nash and all of them. And I was like, no. Don't you be coming at Sting like that. And then Hulk Hogan turned on that and I was like, oh no, the Hulkamaniac's going to run wild on me. Now I'm in his sights.
I was a fan until Stone Cold turned heel, which is weird because he was always supposed to be a heel, but he wasn't.
He always seemed like a heel. I was a WWF guy. I was never a WWE guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was always fighting Vince McMahon. So in that, he was against
pretty heel-like.
And he became a heel by joining. And then that literally, me and my family, we stopped watching after that. That was a bridge too far. So John Cena, I can't even, now that he's a heel, is this his way of getting out of doing all the charities for kids?
Can you do Make-A-Wish if you're a heel?
See, it doesn't make sense. What kid is being like, dude, I know I'm dying. I want to meet the bad guy. You probably don't reward that kid.
Or he's got to be a heel to the kid.
He walks in and slaps his father and kisses his mother.
Call me daddy now. What? John Cena just broke up my family.
Your mom. John, you're getting a little too dark with it here.
Yeah, you're going a little too far. Take it back a little bit. Take it back a bit.
Doctor said to let go. I'm trying to take your mom on vacation.
But what also, John Cena being back, somebody had shared, and it's been a couple years since I saw it, but it's that prank phone call where the guy does the John Cena promos.
Yes.
And I just if that's one of those videos, I will stop on it every time I see it.
Dude, I came across it this weekend or sometime in the last couple of days.
Are you ready for Sunday? What do you mean? What's happening Sunday? John Cena in a cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And they call right back. She's like, no, we're not buying wrestling. Stop doing that. Stop calling us. It's great.
Hey, John Cena.
It's great. But John Cena's heel. The Rock turned heel and got John Cena to turn heel from the clip that I saw. I think it was Cody Rhodes is who they took out. He kicked him right in the balls. It was
balls.
This is my house now.
I mean, The Rock's been heel for half of his career. He's just so popular outside of it. People forget The Rock was a heel that whole time to Stone Cold.
Wait, so The Rock was the bad guy and Stone Cold was the good guy?
Yeah.
I guess I always just assumed, I knew that they didn't like each other, but I always just assumed they were kind of heels that were not in the same circles.
It was like The Rock would be a heel and then he wouldn't be, and then he would be, and then he wouldn't be. But the top guys were always fighting each other anyway. But Stone Cold was before the bullshit what era. I still can't stand that. What? One beer. What? Two beer. What? Three. You know what that is? That's lazy writing.
But so funny because Stone Cold can deliver that.
Yeah, I know. I wish I didn't. I wish I did like it. I don't, because it seems something right up my alley when I'm drunk. As
you get older, I think I realize wrestling writing is when somebody says something cool, when you get Stone Cold Steve Austin, you're like, that guy is a walking, talking soundboard. Let's just do bits with him. And what? One beer, two beer, what? Three beer, what? Four beer. It just plays. Because some guys dude, we should get him to just say what and then drink beers.
A call and response with the crowd is always good.
That's true.
A call and response than just yelling, what?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think that that's pretty much what the writing became for Stone Cold was just fun things that the writers thought would be funny for him to say. And then Mankind was just the weird fucked up idea that some guy had, and they were like, what else can we do with him? He's got a sock puppet friend.
I mean, you ever see the really old like wrestling photos of Stone Cold when he's got hair?
Yeah, weird.
The blonde hair. Yeah, no, he's one of those guys in history when you're just like, yeah, you were right to cut your hair, to shave your head. Like him, Bruce Willis. Just some dudes shouldn't have hair.
The Rock.
Yeah, like I can't even that weird little fro when he's got his fanny pack.
Or like Joe Rogan, when you see Joe Rogan in Fear Factor with hair, and you're
But,
like, he didn't look weird. He didn't look weird with hair.
He didn't look weird with hair. So I don't put Joe Rogan in that category. But Stone Cold Steve Austin, yeah, bald guy. Born to be bald.
Because we've only known him as bald. It's like Larry the Cable Guy before he had the accent.
That's the shirt right there that we sell on Facebook to like middle-aged divorced dads born to be bald. It's like, remember Big Dogs?
Yeah.
Like, don't do it a dog. We should that should be our market that we try and corner. Dad shirts.
I think there's a lot of those.
Yeah, but like there's always room for more. What dad shirt that just says who farted?
And then on the back it said it was me. It's a good gag gift. Yeah. I was stupid, and then it just says I'm stupid. What? Why would you wear that one?
Oh God. I really want to get into dad shirts.
And make it, the font is upside down, and it says, if you're reading this, flip me over.
What can we change out for like just to basically completely rip off Big Dogs? But what animal? Like the first one came in my head was Big Bears, but I was like,
Well, we'd have to include Robert in this. Would be Big Hogs.
Big Hogs. Yes,
Yeah.
that is definitely okay.
Big Hogs, come on, dude.
Big Hogs is about to pay for this entire podcast for the next 10 years.
So Robert, while you're editing this, see if you can make a Big Hogs shirt that just says like who farted on the front, and on the back it says me. And then we'll come up with some other great ideas that just, you know what? As you're watching this episode, Robert, just jot down some notes, okay? And if anybody else has some more cool shirt ideas, at Robert Barbosa 03 on Twitter, and just let him know, hey, here's a shirt idea, Robert, and then go, just riff. And there's no limit to how many tweets you can send him with shirt ideas. He loves ideas of shirts. Robert's favorite thing is shirt ideas.
He texts us all the time. He's like, guys, more shirt ideas.
He acts like he doesn't like it when we pitch shirt ideas, but that guy is full of shirt ideas.
The more abstract, the better, too. You've seen his mock drafts. You know how he likes to get down.
Yeah. And he's always texting us his shirt ideas. And we're like, Robert, why do you act like you hate it when we pitch the shirt ideas? He's like, that's the bit. So definitely send him all of your shirt ideas. He loves it. He'll get a real kick out of it.
What about a shirt made out of methane gas?
It says I farted. JK, it was the cow.
That's the one that says who farted.
And then it's just got an arrow pointing to a cow. We need to bring back the arrow shirts where it's just like, I'm with so and so, and then it's different versions of I'm with stupid.
Fuck yeah.
We should do knockoff Disney ones too, so we don't use Disney logos or words, but it's like, I'm like, that's my Minnie, and instead of Minnie Mouse, it's just MINI. And
it's car.
But it's like a rat. Like it doesn't look anything like Minnie Mouse. It's just like a rat with a bow on.
We just have shirts that say like mini fan, and it's just like three women and they're wearing Minnie Mouse shirts, and then the dude next to them, and it's just pointing down to his dick.
Yeah. Robert, make that a shirt.
Dick jokes.
On the Big Hogs line. Those are gonna kill, dude. Those are gonna kill. Somebody give us a logo for the Big Hogs shirts. Because remember the big dog had the cool looking dog on the top right, and then it just had whatever the funny shirt was in the back.
I'm kind of picturing like the hog from obviously a structurally different to not violate any copyrights, but what was his name? Rocksteady from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I believe so.
Something like that. That's definitely the hog needs tusks and sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like the entire basis of the entire look for me.
Just make a knockoff version of that, and we're good.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what we need.
If you can't...
Rocksteady meets Joe Camel. That's what I'm
He has to have a cigarette in his mouth.
Well, of course he's gonna have a cigarette. He's not a pussy.
Because it's got to appeal to like kids want to like it, but like adults, like we got to have something to be like, hey, kids, not for you, you know?
Cigar, not cigarette.
No, I like cigarette because it makes them a little bit like less classy.
No, dude, it's divorced dad. Divorced dad's got to get into cigars.
Well, what if we have like classier versions of the big hog shirts? And like
Trailer park big hog shirts are cigarettes.
right.
Wannabe motorcycle dad shirts are the cigars.
And like
And then we'll sell a vacation one where he's smoking a joint.
and then sometimes it's just like a crack pipe. But those are the cheap shirts.
Oh, the shirt price changes on depending on what smoking apparatus he's using.
The cheapest one will just be he's huffing a bag. It's got paint on it.
Or he's smoking out of a bong, but it's overpriced by $10.
Yeah, or like it's like a bong he made out of an apple.
Unless you have a hookup with the company and then it's cheaper.
Yep. There's a lot of shirts out of this, Robert. You should be writing all of this down. He's gonna hate us. But yeah, jorts are back, dude. Jorts are back, and John Cena turned heel. If like he's a jorts guy, which I always thought was a funny move. As you like get older, like that guy just was like, "Fuck it, I'm wearing jorts." If you were a wrestler, like, what would your fit be?
I think it would have to be overall jorts.
Overall jorts.
Yeah, I think that would have to be what mine is. Like when I got real serious at the end of the match, I could take off one strap and then the other strap, like Big Show.
Yeah.
But it's just
But it would be like a wrestling singlet that you would do that with, or would it just be like straight up over like blue jeans?
like denim.
I like that.
Like denim overalls that I.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you?
Jorts. Dangerous jorts. You hear me?
You're cutting in and out right there. Uh-oh. There we go.
Okay, we're back.
We're back. Great start, bro.
Literally the second my sister came home, so blame her.
Off to a great start. Kick her out. Cassie, get out.
Hey, bitch, get out of here.
Yeah, tell her. Let her know.
Hey,
Make-
woman.
Make that a big hog shirt, Robert. Bitch, get out of here. That's us yelling at a dog.
No, I'd rather it be yelling at a woman. I don't want to call a dog a bitch. I don't yell at dogs.
It's a girl dog, though. So it's like that's her like legal name.
Bitch.
Bitch, what are you doing in here? Just throw random R's in it to make it sound southern.
Bitch, get back in the kitchen. Just a dog with an apron on.
Yep. Yep. I would probably just go like Hulk Hogan style because he had the boots and the long pants. I'd probably do that, and then I would definitely want a shirt so I could rip it off.
There was no long pants. He wore the Speedo.
He did sometimes. Sometimes he wore this. You're right. I guess he did to fight, but he would come out in the. I would go Ultimate Warrior then. Let's go Ultimate Warrior.
Are you talking NWO or are you
NWO.
talking? Oh, see, when I think Hulk Hogan, I'm still thinking Hulkamaniac.
Yeah, I'd go to long pants.
Tassels everywhere.
Real American, Rick Derringer. Yeah, I get you. But I would want to go, and I guess Ultimate Warrior probably had the little Speedos too. I couldn't pull off the Speedo. I would just go long pants, and then I would want the shirt that I could rip off. But it'd be a V-neck. It'd be a V-neck, so it'd be easy to rip.
Now, the more I'm thinking about it, I think the Dudley Boys basically wore overalls. They just painted them camo.
That counts.
Which I think, the Dudley Boys, I feel like that's pretty good aesthetic for me if I was going to go wrestling.
Right.
Or it's either that or I dress as just the fattest luchador out there. And I'm just like fat Rey Mysterio.
Would you wear a mask?
I mean, if I'm going to do the luchador bit, you got to go all the way and do the mask.
What did Ultimate Warrior had just like I want the Zorro mask.
Oh, I was going to say it'd be funnier if then we do a match where for me to lose my mask. And when it gets taken off after I lose, we realize the only reason I wore the mask is I just got like ketchup and mustard stains on my face.
That would be really funny.
Yeah. Like, oh, he's just fat. What are you going to do?
I would want like the Zorro mask where it's as much of a mask, like as little of a mask as you can have. So it's like, what are you really covering up? Like we can still see your eyes. Like why did you just cover like the eyelids? Like that's pretty much what you blocked out. Because you wouldn't get it. Like I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle basically with eye holes.
Like Mermaid Man.
Yes. Yes.
That-
Like I don't want the old school Batman ones where it was like not the full face one, like the Mardi Gras masks, which like, yeah, it's a mask, but like I'm pretty sure I can still tell who most of those people are.
Like when Cartman gets dressed up as the coon and they're like, well, dude, we can tell it's you because you're fat.
The king.
I assume you're Eric Cartman because you're fat.
I guess that's why Batman wasn't fat. It would be too easy to tell.
Well, I mean, also, I think, the fighting that he does might need the stamina of being in shape.
That too.
That'd be
Sure.
great. Like, let's make a comic book where it's all the superheroes, but they're fat, but they just keep fucking losing because they run out of stamina during the fight. So, like, Earth just gets conquered 30 times.
Yeah. I like that.
Like, all
Right.
right,
Make sure
I
it's
can't
make a
give
shirt
up.
with that idea. I don't know exactly what the shirt would be, but make a shirt out of that idea.
It's just a whole comic panel strip playing out over the shirt.
You're in charge of the storyline. But I want a riveting finish. I want like a whole beginning, middle, and end. It's gotta be great.
I mean, you can do 9 panels on there. That's plenty of time.
Yeah, you could. Robert can do it. He's an artist. He gets it.
Yeah. Robert's the man. He'll get
Big
it.
hogs, baby. Also back this week, another comeback kid is the rodeo or the rodeo.
If you didn't have it on here, I was gonna.
Cowboy cosplay's back, buddy.
I hate it so much.
I
Cowboy
appreciate it.
The rodeo.
I appreciate what the rodeo is,
Same.
how much money it raises, and how it gives opportunity to kids that are in FFA. And there's
Same.
people that are on the committees that raise all this money to do all kinds of things for scholarships. But then there's just the fucking people that the only thing they do is like, look, I bought these boots. Check out my boots. I think I'm Dolly Parton for 2 weeks. Those people I don't like as much.
Sorry, I said R.I.P. Dolly's husband. He died yesterday.
Dale.
Yeah.
Dale.
Yeah, no, the whole the problem with the rodeo too, it's like to go, it's 45 minutes at least traffic each way, just trying to get in and out of the stadium. So that sucks. Or if you're like me and you work in the rodeo fucking blows because everyone's at the rodeo and they're not coming out to eat and then business is slow. I wanted to fucking shoot myself in the face last night with a shotgun. I was so bored at work.
Yeah, I guess your restaurant has a lot of rodeo clientele.
Yeah, a decent amount, whether it's just people that like to go. Plus, one, it being opening night is not good. And 2, it being Reba. So like big show, it's going to affect us more, obviously. Like I don't picture some of the smaller artists to really do as much damage, but like it's a pain in the ass. And I would like to enjoy the rodeo. I think what it is I get mad at myself for not enjoying the rodeo.
So that might be me too.
Yeah. Like, I know I'm a cranky old bitch, but like, I like the idea of it more than I like it.
Yes, very much so. And like, there's people that they volunteer. It's run on volunteers and like money that was raised. And like, shout out Brett Brandon, Gravy Award winner. Brett Brandon, like, is there fucking every night just doing shit, man. They volunteering and helping out, doing all kinds of stuff. There's people that are just like, I'm going to be a bartender tonight, but like, I'm not getting paid to be a bartender. I'm just doing it out of the goodness of my heart because I care. I'm checking tickets. Like, they're not getting paid. They're just there because they're part of a committee that they pay for all year. And like, then they get to enjoy all the cool stuff of the rodeo, but like, they're also working their ass off. So I get that. But for some reason, some people at the rodeo just infuriates me. It's like, you don't wear that hat ever, except for this week. Like, this is the only time you wear that hat all year. What are you doing? You're allowed to do it. It's your money. I get that. But like, I can be annoyed by it.
Like, yes, technically it's cowboy attire. Your pink hat with sparkles and pink boots with fucking sequins is not cowboy attire. I'm sorry. You look like...
I will argue with that. Pink Pony Club is a very good song, and that's new. So like, I think you get away with that.
Great song. No, you look ridiculous.
You can still look ridiculous, but like the Pink Pony Club, if you're like Chapel Roan, I'm like, I gotcha.
Boots and hats should look like actual real boots and hats, unless it's a cowboy hat made out of beer cases. That's always classy as well.
Very classy.
Yeah.
I never had one of those.
I never had one, but I've worn them.
Yeah.
And you feel powerful. You're like, I'm the king of college right now.
But now I just feel like a weirdo if I wore it because it's like I'm not in college.
Yeah.
I have
like,
been for a while.
What are you wearing that for? Because I like to have fun and I never gave up on my dreams. Karen.
Yeah. Why don't you read a book? Huh? Why don't you read about it in a book, maybe?
Granted, my dream was just to get drunk wearing a cowboy hat made out of beer cases, but you know what? Dreams are dreams.
Now I'm living it. Okay.
Living. Living.
Why don't you go buy some more Fringe shit?
You're enjoying those tassels, Samantha?
And like I get it, and I'm all for small business. Like I'm like, I get it. It's cool. You're allowed to like what you like, but I can make fun of what you like too. Like you can make fun of what I like. I get that. This is fair game, okay? But you see around rodeo time, it's like, all right, and this is a small business with these two sisters, and they make boots. And they're like, all right, so what's different about your boots? Well, you know, we were just kind of tired of like all boots looking the same. They don't look the same. All boots do not look the same. There's a lot of different kinds of boots. So we thought, like, what if we put our own little twists on it? Now look at these. They're pink. These boots are pink. Huh? And these boots, say you have a kid that likes Barbie. Check this out. Boom. We put Barbie's logo on these boots. You're like, one, that's a copyright infringement. You're probably going to get cease and desisted. Oh, wow. You went to UT? Look at these. University of Texas boots. Pretty sure they already made those. And I'm all for small businesses, but it's funny that it's just like, you really are just raking in money on rodeo season. When you go to the rodeo and you see all those shops, like teal, what is the teal thing that they got? The rock? You know what I mean?
God damn it.
It's on the bolo ties. It's all the it's like the Phoenix.
Fuck.
I don't know. I know somebody's probably yelling at us right now, watching this or listening to this.
Mom loves it, as do all middle-aged women.
And then like it looks cool on dudes too, but then like you go to the rodeo and there's it just that color just throws up on you if you go to any like the shops.
It is the official color of the Southwest United States.
Yeah. Yeah, but that makes you think more Phoenix than Texas rodeo, I guess. Not that I've ever been to Phoenix, but it just makes you feel like it's more Phoenixy. The American Southwest.
God damn, this is I literally like I can't think of anything. I can barely concentrate on what you're saying because I can't think of the fucking name of that fucking bullshit.
Teal Rock Rodeo. That's not fucking it. I don't know.
You have to bear with us as we try and do this because like I said, I'm not joking. I can't think of anything else right now. Turquoise rock.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bullshit?
Western color palette is what it says. Neat. That really helped me out there. Nope. I don't know. Moving on.
Is a gem.
Yeah, right. Like wait.
This
not help
is
us out at all. It's just says turquoise in Western Jewelry.
Maybe that just is what it is. We both fucking incepted each other into thinking it was called something else, and
probably a thing, yeah. But I don't know. You guys know what we're talking about. That's rodeo. Obviously, we're not rodeo guys. Clearly.
I hate everything now. See, this is what happens when we're not in person. If we were in person, we thought of this right away. We feed off each other.
We would just told Robert to look it up and tell us, and then he would told us teal, and we would have said, "We know what that means."
I can't stop. It's just turquoise. It's just fucking turquoise,
it's
man.
Turquoise rock, but bolo ties are cool. I'll give bolo ties all the credit that they deserve, and that is a lot of credit because they rock.
Yeah, I wish I could pull them off, and I just can't.
I think you could if you really wanted to, buddy.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, yeah, if I ever had to go to a formal wedding and they're like, you have to dress up, like, yeah, I could wear the cowboy hat with it and everything too, but like, I am not meant to wear cowboy hats. That is not my style.
Oh, I don't wear the cowboy hat. I just put the bolo on, and it like if you're running late and you aren't great at tying ties, I'm not a first time I try and tie the tie guy. I gotta watch the YouTube video, and then I gotta fuck it up a couple of times before I get it right. You're like, fuck, I gotta go. Bolo. Done.
I don't do ties. Done with ties.
I do ties. I like ties, but like, I'm not good at tying them.
Ooh, Bolo's my only option. Dude, my neck is too thick, man. Just
Oh
cannot-
yeah, I see that. I get that.
It's always been a problem. Thick neck. It's a clinical term.
Ooh, Robert, shirt idea. Can you make like, like tuxedo shirts? If you can just make like one where it's like a white shirt, but it's got a bolo tie on it. It's just a bolo tie t-shirt, like a tuxedo shirt. Just make that.
Oh,
Right. There we go. That all the Southern dads will wear that to the rodeo. Make it a teal bolo tie too. Like it's got the teal rock in the middle. So it pops.
so wild on Tejano Day.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Who's playing Go Tejano Day this year? I don't know.
Not me, but over 100,000 other people are.
A lot of people know that. I'm just excited about Bun B's birthday bash or whatever it's called. I wonder who he's gonna bring out.
I don't know. Can it be good? All the shows are like an hour. Like, how much of a bash can you have in an hour?
I don't know, but I'm sure it'll be great, and it'll definitely not be Little Troy and Paul Wall and all the people that he usually brings out when he has his
I'm sure.
compilation.
Maybe he'll do a hologram of DJ Screw.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Never know.
That'd be sick. Slim Thug, Chameleonaire, maybe.
Ooh.
Shabuzi. He should bring Shabuzi out. If you really want to get the people talking, bring Shabuzi out.
Is he from Houston?
No, but he's country.
Yeah.
That plays.
Well, that ain't Bun B.
Bring Lil Nas X out.
That definitely ain't Bun B.
Why? What do you mean?
Just very different styles of music.
Great music, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, John Denver makes great music. I don't think he's going to come out on stage with Bun B.
Maybe. Post Malone.
Yep.
He makes cool music.
It's a band, not a guy.
That's true. That's true. All right. Moving on to stuff we still probably don't know too much about. Canes are back. Canes are back in a big way. It was not the State of the Union. I did a whole news story on this 4 times today on the Rod Ryan show, and Trump addressed a joint session of Congress, I believe is what he was doing last night. And Al Green was saying he can't cut Medicaid, but he was also waving this really cool ass gold cane. And that's really what I took away from it. Not what he was yelling, not what Trump was doing, not what people were protesting about. Al Green had a cool cane, and I think Al Green won that whole thing, if you ask me. Like, well, Trump said these things, and they did this, and they did this. I'm like, no, but that guy had a badass cane. That's what I got out of all of that.
I can't wait till we get to the age where like people we know start having canes. Because anytime I go in public and somebody has a cane, I'm going to bring one too. And I'm going to say, this is the cocaine.
I like that.
I'm bad jokes for 30 years in the future.
Like that.
Excited.
That's
Oh,
another
dude,
good one.
that would be a great set of shirts. One guy says, I have the cane. And then the other guy next to him, I have the cocaine.
It's just a picture of a cane. And then with the arrow, it says, my cocaine. He's holding my cocaine, and it's just like the cane. Also,
Dudes
cane.
wearing matching shirts.
Dudes love that. Jerseys? Huh? Any team?
Every time you see one of those videos where it's like, me and the girls all got together on vacation and secretly dressed all of our guys the same. And every time one of the other dudes walks in the room and sees it, they all get more and more hyped about it. They're like,
What?
fuck, Boys are
Yeah.
girls like this would be such a fun prank on them, and the guys are just like, this is the greatest day of my life.
Megan wore the same white dress as me. It's like it's Megan's fucking wedding. She's allowed to wear a white dress.
We got the same shirt.
Maria.
Kobe, fuck yeah.
Dude, look at us. We all match as rocks. Yeah, dude. It's like you're on a team. But yeah, I thought that Al Green had a really cool cane. I thought his hair looked cool. His cane did look like it was one of those sword canes that, like, I feel like he could have pulled out. Like, if he pulled it hard enough, that like a sword would have come out, which would have been sick.
I feel like every cane should have that. Like, I understand it's dangerous,
Right. It could be used for evil.
but like, so is smoking cigarettes, and look at how cool that is. So like, sometimes you have to make sacrifices in the name of fucking badass fashion.
Yeah, you gotta make lemonade when you get lemons. All right. Or else you just got a bunch of lemons.
And check if you had a bunch of lemons and you had the knife cane, you could cut those lemons.
I mean, what are we gonna do with all these swords? There's gonna eventually be an excess of swords. Put them in canes.
I want a sword cane so bad.
I do too.
Like I did not know that until this moment. Now it's all I want in the world.
I gotta find out how much they are.
Yeah, like if I find one on Amazon, I'm gonna buy it.
Amazon sword cane. Let's go.
I tried to buy a USB to HDMI cord, and I've had it in my cart for like 4 months just because I was like, I'll just throw it on to whatever my next order is. It finally came, wrong fucking cord. I wasn't paying attention. It's like a slightly wider HDMI.
Oh, dude, $44, and I could get this one. There's also one with a telescope. Dude. And then there's one that's an axe. It's got like an axe handle is the thing you hold. So then you can pull it out too. So you can axe and then sword people.
Where are you looking for 44? The lowest ones I'm seeing are 100.
This is probably not the best quality. 5 Moon Sun 5s, brass walking stick, vintage handle, Victorian telescope, head, foldable steampunk accessories.
I mean, check it out how legit this one sounds. Shakoto Damascus Fantasy Sword Cane. Come on, tell me that's not authentic.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Ooh, this one is just a hammer. Like the walking part is a hammer. It's not a sword. You just literally your cane has got a hammerhead on it. Sick.
All right, we gotta exit out of this before one of us actually buys a fucking sword.
Good call. Moving on. Bashad Al Green.
Grow up.
And canes. Canes are back. What you got for Comeback Kid?
I had one of the most excited moments I've had in months lately. It was followed by a little bit of disappointment, but we'll get to that after. I was scrolling yesterday and a trailer popped up on my phone. They're remastering Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4.
I saw that. I thought it was the original ones that they had already remastered. I was like, I already have that.
So they
did. I'm to buy it.
Yeah, of course. See, and that was the thing. It said like on the trailer, it said like 3/5/24. So I went in and like tried to download it, and it was like, yeah, it comes out in July. I was like, why the fuck would the trailer have the date on it then? Why are you putting the date of the trailer in the trailer?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
So it was an early not cool, but you know what? I'll forgive him for it because more Tony Hawk in my life, and I miss that great. The world was a better place when Tony Hawk was ruling the video game world.
The only thing I didn't like about it initially was I thought we were gonna get online play where like I could be like, Pat, yo, get on Tony Hawk, and then we could just play graffiti against each other and see who could do the sickest tricks in the bowl. And it was like just like the old school one where like, well, yeah, your friend can come over and play you. So I was like, Emma, take the sticks. We're playing.
I'm gonna beat you down real quick.
Smoked her, dude. Absolutely smoked her.
I thought that was an option. We just never did it. As with everything video game related in this podcast, we talk about how we're going to stream online, then we fucking don't do it.
And we also have different schedules outside of the podcast, so we're like, oh, well, that didn't add up.
You've got a family.
Yeah, you're like at like 11 o'clock. You're like, yo, can you hop on? I'm like, well, I gotta go to bed.
I could be at work in 4 hours, dude.
No, they just do a couple games. Couple games. Be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it won't affect you on the radio the next morning.
It'll be great. It'll be great. But yeah, Tony Hawk's back. Pretty stoked about that.
And I am excited. We got 4 Tony Hawk re-releases before we got GTA 6.
But GTA 6 is gonna be worth it though. That's the only thing. Whenever they delay it, and they're like, man, we got this before GTA 6. I'm like, but like, I don't think you guys are putting into account it's going to be maybe the greatest video game of all time.
If it's not, it's a failure.
Like, remember how long Red Dead Redemption was teased? Like, they're gonna do another Red Dead Redemption. We were like, there's no fucking way they're gonna do another Red Dead Redemption, and then they did, and it was like the greatest game ever.
It was, yeah. It's still in my mind the greatest single player game of all time. But yeah, no, if it's not the great, it's just fun to compare things. Now, anytime you can do, we got this before GTA 6. We're running out of time. We're not gonna be able to say that much longer. We got a couple months left, man. You gotta enjoy it while you have it.
Every time they put the map and they put like the GTA 5 map next to what the GTA 6 map allegedly will be, and you're like, wait, the Grand Theft Auto 5 map is ginormous, and this one is 4 times as big? Sick.
Every time they're like, and you can play as a chick for the first time ever. I'm like, cool. Put a school in the game, coward.
Don't.
No. People say that online. I'm like, you know what? I think that's the line. I think that's where we can draw the line. GTA does not need children in the video games. We would all do it. We would all do it. And we don't need that.
Like, if you put a hooker in a video game, I'm not saying most people would do that thing, but when you have the ability to do it, you have those intrusive thoughts like, well, what if? What if? I'll just go to a pay and spray and it'll be fine.
Like, yeah, in real life, I would never pay a hooker and then run her over to get my money back. But if you give me the option mid-game, it's going down.
It's going down, dude. It's going down.
Right? Because, hey-o.
Do a read for Little M Shop. Do a read for Little M Shop real fast. I'll be right back.
Okay. See, this is what we're talking about. Why we can't play video games. Big boy phone call over here. You know, real life shit. Speaking of shit, if you have the scent of shit anywhere in your house, whether it be you have a child with a diaper genie or you just like to eat chili and don't wipe so well, go to littlemshop.com. Get yourself air fresheners. You know, people always say put them in your car. You can put them anywhere. It doesn't have to just be your car. Place them all around your house. Then guess what? Chicks won't be afraid to come over to your house anymore because you won't smell like ass. You got air fresheners. Maybe you got a girl you've been dating. Not that long, but you know, her birthday or something's coming up. You got to get her a little something. Boom, little compact mirror. Little M Shop, a little personalized bad driver. Ha 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 ha, we're ladies. We're so funny. That came off a lot meaner than it was supposed to be. But personalized keychains, you can get all that. littlemshop.com. The rad, the fresh to death air fresheners. I actually do need to stock up now that I think about it. I never think about it until we're in the middle of these ad reads, and I'm like, I need to text Alex. But you know what? You don't have to text. You can go right to the website. Stickers. We got stickers over here too. You guys would think I'd be better at this, considering how many times I've listened to Alex do it over the years. I think you guys know why he's the one that does all the ad reads and not me. Some people have a natural talent for it. I do not. But Emma has a natural talent for designing stickers. See, turned it all around, brought it all the way back. You thought this was going poorly. It's actually going fantastic. I'm psyoping you right now. You're being inundated with images in the back of your head and just basically the front because I'm saying it. To go to littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, get your air fresheners, your little kits and caboodles, your I already said air fresheners, compact mirror, you know, all the shit I've said. littlemshop.com. Check them out on Instagram. Give them a like on there. Follow them. Engagement. It's good for everybody. littlemshop.com. I've gone as far as I can.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I like walking in while you're bitching about the advertiser in the middle of
No,
the ad.
no, no, no. I've already since gotten to the point where I marked where it was almost about a minute and 10 seconds ago where I marked that this is where we need to cut it because I just ran out of words after a while.
Well, I feel like we could just leave that in there. I might leave that in there just to make it fun.
You might have to. It's me just rambling going through the website after a while.
You know what, Robert? We're gonna leave that in then. We're gonna leave that in. But that wraps up the Comeback Kid segment. Let's get into the Not Cool segment where we tell you what's not cool this week, according to us. Oh, by the way, because Robert's not here, we are pushing mock draft season back 1 week. So the draft happens, then we will do one more mock draft to do the full 11. Robert in the past had given us like a list to kind of draft off of, and just I was like, let's not worry about that. His brother came in town, he's seeing some family. Robert, you chill, but make those shirts that we told you to make. So we're gonna push mock draft back to next week. To recap last week's mock draft of dudes with beards, Pat blew us out. 61% of the vote was Pat, 22% of the vote was Robert, 17% was me. So now through 3 weeks of mock draft season, we all are tied at 1 win apiece, which means last place has to do the chickens. Remember? They do chickens.
Yeah, Robert's last right now. He is 2/3, right?
He won the the furthest to go.
I've gotten 2 second places. I know that. Oh wait, no. Did I come in last the first week?
I don't know. I gotta go back and look.
I don't know.
Wait.
I'm not a. I'm a vibe
But now
guy.
you're on the map. You're on the board. We're all tied. Nobody wants to have to own chickens and roosters, although the roosters part would be really cool.
It would be great if we just keep doing punishments and every year they stack up. Like, yeah, I know we still haven't paid out from 3 years ago on the bet, but we're getting there.
We're gonna do that. All right, moving on. Let's do the not cool segment. Brought to you by Little M Shop, like Pat just told you so many minutes ago.
I can't wait for you to hear it.
Me either, buddy. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's start with some listener and viewer submitted not cools. If you have a not cool, something like, you stub your toe in the night, that's not cool. If you get robbed, also not cool. Varying degrees of not cools. Hit us up on X at PassGrayPod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool so we could find it easier. That's how we'll search for it. At PassGrayPod, hashtag PTG not cool, and kind of try and summarize it in 3, 4, 5 sentences. It's the easiest for us to read. Let's start with Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace. Gives us our first not cool from you guys and gals. He says, those stoplights on the ramp to the highway, who actually stops at those? There was a guy in front of me that sat there for what felt like forever because it kept changing and he was too scared to make a move.
I've never understood having the stoplights leading on or off of the highway.
I understand the logic behind it because that's kind of like spacing out when people are going. So if you're doing a sort of zipper merge situation right there, maybe I don't know if that's considered zipper merging, but that way it's not like every car is just lined up where you get the backlog of it. It's just like, all right, ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. So it gives you a little bit of space in between cars to maybe make it easier for people to merge over or in the lanes. I don't think they really work, and it does break people's brains because I've been stuck behind it. It's like a roundabout. Like some people are like, they get in, they're like, what do I do? I'm just gonna go around and around and around. It's like, just go and then turn where you need to turn, man. It's not that hard to do. When it says green, go. Just go. You don't gotta sit. But now it's red again. Just keep going, man. There's not a cop that's gonna pull you over if you went on a red light that's not a real light.
Most people can't drive as is. And then you're getting them closer to the high-speed highway and bringing them to a complete stop and then going, green light, fucking gun it, and then also change lanes and get on the highway. Of course that's not going to work. Most people can barely do that when they get to roll on at a decent rate of speed and they're not trying to merge in to traffic 60 miles an hour fast. Of course they can't fucking do it when you bring them to a complete stop.
Yeah.
Like, I want to meet the person that invented these, or at least have someone explain to me what they think the benefit is. And I'm going to go, okay, but here's how it is in the real world. People suck at driving.
True.
And you're giving them anxiety before anything a highway. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it works, but I get the logic behind it being like, we'll space people out as they're going to merge there. But then you got to realize that most people aren't good at driving. So it's probably just going to complicate the dumb people that are already not good at driving.
Yeah. Like, it's one of the few areas where I'm okay, like, pandering to the lowest common denominator because they can kill you in the car.
Yes. It's like a 1,000-pound machine that's just going full speed, basically.
So,
Let
like,
them
would this
go.
technically help traffic on the highway? If used properly, yes. It won't be used fucking properly.
It won't be used properly by the people that will fuck it up the most. The people that are going to use it properly are fine, but the people that don't are the people that are just going to cause somebody to rear end them or going to just fucking not know what they're doing in that and sit there for 45 minutes.
Yeah, Quentin, I'm fucking sorry that happened to you. Luckily, I don't have any that I ever come across, or else I might finally go full on postal.
I do understand the frustration because I've been behind people like that, and it is almost equivalent to a roundabout when somebody has no idea what to do in a roundabout or they don't understand what right of way is. And it's like, I'm just going. You're like, you can't go now. This is me. I'm in the roundabout. This is my thing. People just don't understand those sometimes, and I get that that can be confusing because you don't usually use those. But just figure it out, man. Just figure it out. But solid, not cool.
Very.
Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on X says, her not cool is the produce place across the street from me deciding to blare music at 4:30 every morning.
Yeah, I lose. Like, I understand people are getting to work and you're putting on music. I shouldn't be able to hear it outside of your business. Not
That's
from
fair.
my.
You can keep it low.
Like, I mean, our guys in the back in the kitchen, they have music going all the time. I wouldn't be able to hear it from across the street if the door was open.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what you should always aim for. Like, yeah, I should be able to hear it, but no one else should be able to hear it.
So you're the king of petty. What should the response be here?
You see, you're in a pickle because they already know that gets to you. So then their response would just be to turn it up more. I think you just, I don't know, man.
I think you have to find recordings online of white women singing the songs that they are listening to, like the popular songs that they love. Record it 4:15 in the morning, start blaring it across the street at them, ruin the songs that they love.
Get like whale songs, like whale sounds, and just play that nonstop. That'd be
Or
weird.
you follow them home.
Don't do that
You
part.
find out where they live. At 1:00 in the morning, you start blaring music.
By the
Like,
way,
oh, up in a couple hours to go to work and someone's waking you up. Oh, that fucking sucks.
speaking of loud noise that's annoying while people are trying to sleep, the wind chime problem might be gone.
By
will-
any act of your hand?
I will never confirm nor deny any of that stuff, but let's just say that problem was taken care of.
Boy.
Let's just say ain't no winds chiming on this one anymore.
Hey, there was fucking cobwebs left up there, if you know what I mean.
It was a real windy day. And I guess the wind got it. Who am I? That's God. That's God's hand. How would I know what happened? I was above.
The wind.
I live on the floor above. How would I know where the wind chimes go? Huh? Would I look like a wind chime guy? I have no wind chimes.
Wind chimes just spitting in the face of God and his wind.
Yep. You trying to chime at God? In this economy? In this economy of all comedies? What are you doing?
Yeah, wind. No, like they have no place in apartments. A house, you can put it in your backyard, so fucking be it. There's fencing. The apartments are too close together. It's an absurd move.
And just like multiple wind chimes is a psycho move.
Yes.
Multiple wind chimes is way psycho.
I feel like we did have multiple at some point as a kid. But once again, backyard.
Backyard. Yeah, home. It's a home.
Home.
That's where they say the heart is. Not at an apartment that you share with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Next, not cool is from Jordan Welch at J_Welch2795. And Jordan says, there was a leak in the ceiling at my apartment, and I got home to a flooded dining room.
I would like to think in that situation, I would just start laughing because, like, what else you can do? I think that I would cry. I think I would legit cry.
Yeah,
that,
I really hope you didn't have like your computer on the dining room table. That's always like my fear. I'm like, my God, like, what if it was like this room that I'm in right now, where all like my Xbox, my TV, my computer, all that like just gone. Fuck.
see, that's my thing. If it blew up, like if a pipe burst onto my Xbox, that's like sounds sad. It's like 95% of my entertainment.
That's all I do. It's what I do when I have time.
It's like sports and video games to relax, and then I go back to work.
Well, usually I'm sitting in here, over there, and I'm playing Xbox with 2 iPads up with games on that I'm watching at the same time, or I'm in here editing or doing some shit on this computer.
That now, because all games are bought digitally, I don't know if I can recover all the games that are on there. I assume I could probably log into my account and recover most of them. But like, wouldn't that just be a scam? Keep people you could do if you could just be, oh, I lost that Xbox. Let me re-download it again for free. No, I would probably be out like hundreds of dollars of video games
and hours of things that I did. All my Grand Theft Auto characters. What would that go with?
If I lost my save files, I don't know.
What's the point?
I think it would ruin my life. It would.
What's the point of life anymore?
Life around, and I'd be like, I guess I got to work out now.
You just get real fit. Like, well, I didn't have my GTA character, bro. Like, you know how many hours I spent on that? I spent years working on that guy.
I would get real fit just to like find the guy who did the piping on this house and then fight him.
Yeah, I like that idea.
He'd be like, dude, I did the piping 30 years ago. It's not my fault. I'm like, fucking your fault, dude. I don't tell you.
That'd be a really funny idea for like a shitty version of a Taken movie. Like Jordan, like put Jordan as the main character, or so Jordan can't sue us for copyright using him. It's Jordan. Jordan goes home and his apartment has flooded, but like his Xbox is gone, so he's just like, I will find you, and he finds the blueprint of the original apartment build, finds all the builders, hunts them down, and just takes them out one by one.
See, I think it would be better if it's like a fucking typical internet troll meme of a guy. But it's like his gaming PC gets stolen. He's got the fedora. He's got the neck beard. He like goes and tracks down the people that have it, and they think he's a joke because he looks like a nerd, but he's like super nerdy. So he pulls out like ninja stars and fucking nunchucks. He's a fat, out of shape guy, but just starts kicking the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Me think you underestimated me.
The lady doth protest too much.
Is there a damsel here I can save?
I hate that guy.
Yeah, we both know the same guy.
So much on TikTok and Reels. Like, I hate the character he plays. I watch every one that he does because it's so cringy, but it's like, I gotta keep watching.
All of those guys, that guy, the dragon dude, all of them they've rotted my friends' algorithms for so many years that they'll never be out of our lives.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's like he like shows up with like the stuffed animal pillow, and he's like, "The lady and I will take a booth." It's like, that's a fucking stuffed unicorn, dude. What are you doing?
Give me your finest Fanta.
Shout out to that guy. We'll try and get him on the pod one day. Once we get Corey Feldman on the pod, we'll have him on the pod. Maybe together. Oh, dude, if we got him and Feldman, like they would just love each other. That'd be the best.
I would just have Corey. Do you know you're crazy? Do you know you're crazy?
I need to so Corey Feldman was like, yeah, here's like email my people, and I just haven't reached out yet. But somebody should reach out on behalf of us. You can be our publicist. Be like, hey, I work PR for Pass the Gravy. We'd like to schedule you to go on the podcast, and just give them a date. Make sure it's a Wednesday, and then message us, and we'll figure it out. But that's like, I don't want to put Robert on it. I want to put somebody that's listening right now on getting Corey Feldman. And then we'll just act super surprised that he's on the podcast. Like, whoa, how'd you? How'd you hear
Do you
about it? He's like, Adrian's been. There's a guy named Adrian, Angry Enchilada, that's been tweeting at me for over 150 days. Like, I had no idea.
Gravy Gang's a lawless bunch. We give them free reign to do what they want. Can't be responsible for
You
them,
can
though.
just book as guests. That's kind of how it works. We need to know in advance. But like, reach out to people. I don't know.
Yeah, if you can
That's what I've
find
met.
come on. Why not? My interview skills are very much that of Chris Farley, so it'll be nice and awkward for everyone.
Oh, I could go on for like a full hour with Corey Feldman for sure. I got lots of questions for that guy.
That's how it would be. It would be like halfway through, one would pop in my head, and I would say one question, and then it would just go back to you.
Yeah. That's how Curtis was in the beginning of the podcast. We were interviewing a girl, a comedian, Rachel Fogletto. Because that's how in the beginning I was like, we just got to be an interview podcast. We'll have guests on all the time. And then I realized like, oh, why don't we just shoot the shit? Like that's maybe what people want to listen to. I do like having guests, but like guests throw off the dynamic sometimes because you're just like, I got to worry about asking questions. But like there's not a comeback kid and all that stuff, depending on where you are. But we had Rachel Fogletto on. She was a comedian out of Philadelphia. And I remember Curtis just texting me at one point. He's like, I'm all out of questions. This is all you. And it was like 10 minutes into the interview.
That's longer than I would make. I am, well, one, you are in the business, so you're used more to interview formats, how to come up with questions and shit like that. I don't like human intimacy and interaction, so I'm not a very inquisitive person by nature. I'm not big on questions in my life in general. Like every time my best friends have a major life event, I'm like, dude, awesome. Didn't even know that was going down for you.
Yeah, I'm like if like, do you know what all of your friends do for a living?
Vague ideas.
It's almost exactly like I know my friend does this. My friend works at an accounting firm. He's an accountant. I don't want to commit to that, but he works with accountants, so he also might be he knows money. He works with money.
Has an engineering degree and works in oil and gas.
That's all you need to know. Oil and gas guy.
He sells computers or computer software in Austin.
Sure, that sounds right.
One's something in the Army. Texas National Guard, actually. But, you know, like, I got vague ideas.
Yeah.
I don't know exact rules. One of them do know his exact role. He's a fucking junior high teacher. So.
That's one of those where it's like, I'm a teacher.
That's the best I got.
I got that.
Yeah.
Like,
that's simple.
Girls will be like, yeah, and Megan is arguing with so-and-so at work. I'm like, I don't know who any of those people are. Cool. Who's Megan? Megan's my best friend. She was in our wedding. And you're like, well, what did you and Pat talk about? We were talking about how funny it would be if we replaced big dog shirts with big hog shirts. And we just came up with really stupid shirt ideas. Are you going to make shirts? Probably not.
No.
And that's what you guys did that for 3 hours? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did. What does Pat do for a living? He works at a restaurant. Is he a server? I don't know. Maybe he's a cook. might be a chef.
Dude.
He's a chef. I know you're a manager. I know you're a manager. I know that. But I know like 5 friends' real jobs and like what they do. I can tell you a lot of my friends like what you said, vaguely what they do. They work in this industry.
I can give you the field.
He works in books. What does that mean?
Like I've told the story before. When my best friend told me he proposed, I didn't even know he liked the girl. This is my best friend. I did not know he had actual feelings. And he was like, yeah, dude, I proposed. And I was like, I'm an awful friend.
I thought you were gay.
I've been calling him gay for so many years. Turns out.
You like chicks, dude? Damn. All right.
Sleep over at his house and look at him and be like, oh, you're letting a dude sleep in your bed. You're gay. It was me.
Wouldn't that make you? No, I'm not. You are. Okay.
Forget at my house last weekend. You're gay. God, dudes rock.
What is you're not cool?
Well, I mean, part of it is just that apparently the best camera I have outside of my phone camera is on an iPad so old that we can't even do this the way that we normally do it.
Yeah.
And then just, the rodeo, making shit slow at work. Also, I'm on like, I don't sleep a lot during the week because my shifts tend to go like close one night, open the next morning, but I can't really go to sleep right after. So then I'll end up getting like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. But then I'll have like 3 or 4 days in a row where I'll get like 12. And I had one of those last night where I just multiple days in a row where I got plenty of sleep. I was so goddamn tired at work today. It didn't make any sense.
You were tired?
Exhausted. I
Dude.
immediately had a double espresso, had a cup of coffee like an hour later, another double espresso, all within like 2.5, not even 2.5 hours of being at work. Could not stop yawning.
I'm the exact opposite. We're like, we had off Monday, and my mom watched the kid, and I slept until 10, and I was like, awesome. And then I went to bed kind of early Monday night and woke up for work, and I was just like, dude, I am like firing on all cylinders. This is crazy. Like I felt like I had superpowers. Like I have Adderall normally, which is a superpower. But then like when you have Adderall and you got like 8+ hours of sleep, like, what the fuck? Like people live like this every day. This is awesome. I could be the president of the United States. If I got enough sleep, I could definitely be the president of the United States.
It is amazing to me to think that like
I would run this country perfectly. If I got 8 hours a night, like I would be fucking firing.
If your job started at 9 a.m., you might not be an idiot. It's a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah. That is kind of crazy.
I'm in this bad rhythm though, where like if I get to bed at 2, I'm like, ooh, I got to bed at a good time last night. I was in this bad habit of staying super late. But then that was the thing. Saturday and Sunday, both days, on the weekend, I just let my body wake up whenever it decides to. So I'll stay up until like 4 or 5. Something. I slept until 2, both days. And then I think Monday and Tuesday, both of them, I didn't get out of bed until 1:30.
That sounds
so
awesome.
I could have been plenty rested, but I don't know. Something my body was just like, nope, still not enough.
So I have this cool thing where like I have this little baby human being version of me that like is like, hey.
Oh, sick! I didn't. That's funny.
Well, but it's like she'll be like, hey, I don't care that you drank last night. It's 7:30. I'm up. Mom's at work. What's up? I'm like, oh yeah, I guess you probably got to eat. You probably need food. Okay. And that's when your day starts.
See, yeah, I don't have that, so I'm able to like. Was it Friday night? I just didn't get tired and kept like watching X-Files and playing video games. I didn't go to bed till 7. My sister was like, yeah, I got up at 6:30 in the morning to take the dog out. You were just still going. I was like, well, bottle wasn't empty and I wasn't tired. I didn't know what else.
You can't tell me not to be a man, all right?
Sorry that I rock.
Sorry, I'm great.
Oh, that's a big hog shirt right there. Garage beers are a way of life.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle.
If you come in my garage, you can steal the tools. Don't touch my beer fridge.
You can't handle the beers. Stay out the garage.
3 things in life. Don't touch my family. Don't touch my thermostat. Don't touch my Coors Light.
And we would change that, obviously, for any beer sponsors that would like to come on and advertise the podcast. Obviously, we could change that. Robert, make those shirts, though.
Just the first dad beer that popped into my head.
Yeah. Isn't there a beer called Garage Beer now?
I think so. I think it's the Kelsey's, isn't it?
I know they do ads for it, I think. I don't know if it's theirs.
So that's what's like. It's frustrating that when if you just have enough money, you can just start doing all the stupid ideas you have, and then they just pan out.
Yeah. Because if it fails, you're like, I don't know. Give it to somebody else.
We would have the most booming T-shirt company in the history of mankind.
Yeah, somebody just give me $1 million. I promise it may go to good use. I will not send it to the Ukraine. I will not send the $1 million you give me to the Ukraine. I promise. I might send it to Russia or to Iran or somewhere else. Accidentally, obviously. I wouldn't know I was sending it there. But like, I will not send it to Ukraine. I will tell you that.
Yeah, no, if we're making T-shirts, there's a good chance the money's going to China. But you know what?
Probably to China.
We're gonna make a good markup on those
Hey,
t-shirts.
but China's cool. There's nothing wrong with China.
Yeah, as long as we don't get no tariffs on that
They're
side.
chill.
Textiles.
We're in Texas. There's no such thing as tax on textiles. There are tiles.
Ooh, what if we opened a store called Textiles, and it was just t-shirts and also tiles,
Mostly tiles.
but they all look like the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Very
I've
bad,
also,
not fit together.
I've also always wanted to run a front. Like I don't like have drug money or anything like that I need to like wash, but I've always wanted to just like have a front. Like they get it. Katie Mills Mall. We always talk about when we were kids, Katie Mills Mall was just a front mall. Like they were like, yeah, the calendar store. It's open year round. Come get your calendars. Like there's something else that you guys are doing back there, or you're just moving money for somebody. But like I've always thought it'd be cool to just be like, yeah, kind of just show up and we'll sell fountains. They're just fountains. That's what they are.
You need a
Sopranos did that. Cash business, yeah.
Laundromat, great.
Laundromat's good. Car wash is good. Breaking Bad did that.
Good too, because with all the not dishwashers, I've made that mistake in the past, calling it the wrong thing. All the washing machines and dryers going, enough noise going where you can have your secret meetings in the back room. Ain't nobody gonna hear nothing.
That's true. And if you wanted to have a meth lab, you could like just pull the button and then it opens up, and that's how you get out there. That's what Gus Fring did.
Or you have a little country bar in the middle of nowhere and it says just cash only. You're like, oh, we have lots of customers. You just don't see them. They come in odd hours.
Or a riverboat casino, like on Ozark. Lake boat casino.
I do like gambling on water.
But you got to do a bunch of like, there's a lot of red tape. The gambling commissions and stuff. But then like, there's no way they know how much money people dumped into that. You're like, oh, this $100,000, psych, that was at roulette last night. Don't know where that came from. It was a big spender.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know why I'm not on their cameras.
Now it's all legal money. No, but I would just give you and your friends like, Pat, come on over. Use this money. Use this money though.
Free money.
You're probably gonna lose, but use this money.
Hey, you gotta spend money, make money, right?
I always say that. I always tell everybody that. My not cool is I said I was a little on edge to start the podcast. I'm still a little on edge. That phone call put me a little bit more at ease, but I'm on edge. We are in the process currently of trying to rent a house, and I could rent a child. I could adopt a child, not rent a child. I could adopt a child easier. I could adopt a child easier than renting a house. Like, you have to do all this fucking shit. And like, I get like, hey, I need your statements to make sure that you can do this. I need to make sure that you make this much money. I need to make sure that you can afford the rent. That's cool. One, they wanted us to both make triple the rent. And I was like, I'm pretty sure like 70% of the country is like one paycheck away from not being able to pay rent. I'm pretty sure that's like 70% of the country. I don't know how many people are able to pay 3 times the rent. So that was weird. And then I sent that like, here, we need your bank account info. Like I sent them all of that, my bank statements that showed like how much money's coming in, all this stuff. I sent them like my proof of employment, my pay stubs and all of that. And they're like, well, we need to verify this with your employer. And I think that's cool. But also like, I just sent you my bank records. You can go look at every direct deposit every 2 weeks and see, hey, that looks like a job. That's a job, right? Like you can see that the money's coming in from the job. You can match it up with the pay stubs that I already gave you. But no, now I gotta call my boss and be like, hey, I know you're in a meeting right now, but so I can rent this house, I need you to print this thing out, then scan it and send it back to these people that you don't know. No, it has nothing to do with you, but I need you to do this. And like I felt like I was burdening other people, and just the amount of shit that you have to get. And they're like, and can you send it all in one document? I was like, no, you fucking 4,000 documents. Now I got to go grab all the documents. You have them all. I don't understand. But I'm convinced that it's easier to adopt a child than it is to rent a house. And like, I'm not buying a house. When I was going through the house buying process, it felt like it was easier. That fell through, but it felt like it was easier doing that than it did renting this fucking house. Hopefully we're renting. I think we're about 80% of the way there right now. But god damn it, dude. One, I'll be out of here, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be out of here. 2, I gotta move, which is also not cool. Like, I don't want to move.
Yeah.
Moving
And
sucks.
we've age now where it's you can't ask friends anymore.
Mm-mm.
We're too old.
Oh, I'm
Too
paying
old.
movers.
Too
I'm
many-
absolutely paying movers.
Yeah.
That's not even a question. But like, just doing all this, and then like they're calling, hey, have you got this yet? No, I'm fucking waiting for my boss to do shit. My boss is in a fucking meeting. It's the middle of the workday. No, I gotta get him to finish a meeting, and then he's gotta have time where he can go fill all this stuff out. He's driving back and forth from city to city right now, doing all this shit. Hey, can you pull over and just fucking fill out this thing real fast? Sorry, dude. Sorry, man. Thanks.
Like, listen, I understand you want this now because this is your work hours. Guess what else it is? Everybody else is in the world's work hours.
But like my whole thing is like with that, it's like because you're trying to rent and everything's like getting snatched up quick. Like we like this place, so we're trying to get it as fast as possible. But like if somebody else gets all this shit into them first, then I'm worried that they're gonna be like, here, actually, this person turned all this shit in earlier. Now we're giving the house to them. You're like, fuck. Now I got to start looking because you got to do the whole process. Like, I got to go take tours. I got to go look at things. I got to go do this. Then I'd like to be like, hey, I would like to rent this. Okay, cool. Here's my confirmation that I work. Here's all of my money. Here's all of this info that you needed. And if it falls through, then you got to do all the same shit again. You got to do all the same shit again. And like when I was trying to just look at the place, they were like, well, hey, you have to go do this application, do this. Like, no. I am not renting it yet. I'm asking you to show me it. I would like you to give me a tour of the place. Oh, okay, well, I was like, I will fill out all of that shit as soon as I go look at it if I would like to rent this place. I'm not going to do all the fucking hoops. And then, like, there were people that would just not do that shit. There were people like, well, we're not going to show it until you do this. Like, that's fine. I'll go somewhere else. Like, I will not rent here out of principle. It's fucking bullshit. Like, I'm not going to do all this work to then be like, maybe you're going to give it to somebody else. Bullshit.
Sucks when seller's market.
And then they're like, yeah, I was looking at a couple properties. He was like, that's cool. I can't fucking afford any of this shit, man. Like, so what's wrong with like, you're buying all these places up, Airbnb and them or doing whatever you're doing. Like, I don't know. I know real estate's a fucking good investment. I understand that. But like when you're trying to fucking purchase shit or trying to rent shit and it's renting you out and like I'm fucking moving 15 minutes away from here and I'm going to have to drive more in the mornings and which is going to fuck me up in the beginning. I'm gonna get used to it, but that's how life is. That's how life is. You make sacrifices.
You will like it though. That little a small morning commute is nice. You get a little bit of time by yourself in the morning before you have to see anybody else.
4 o'clock in the morning, that is fun.
Yeah. It's still a 10, 15-minute little window right there where you just have
just gotta get up a little bit earlier, and I get that, but the whole process of doing all this stuff is just like I've been on edge all week waiting for a phone call where it's like, oh hey, actually we went with somebody else, and like then I was gonna lose my shit, and like that hasn't happened. But today I thought that was about to happen because I was waiting on a bunch of stuff to finally get sent. Where I like, well, we emailed your landlord. Your landlord has to fill this thing out. I was like, why would my landlord want me to want to help us out while we move? Like, why would they want to help us move? But my landlord was cool, and she was like, here, shout out to me for being tight with my landlord now. Remember when we were at edge? We were on edge. I was at odds with her. I was fighting with her. And now we're tight because that one time I fucking dealt with the building next door. And I was like, guess what? Daddy's home. Daddy's taking care of shit. And she was like, okay. All right. I'll listen to Daddy.
Even though you have a longer commute now, at least there'll still be no traffic.
Yeah.
Because it's late in the morning.
And also like it's a weird like knock on wood. We haven't like nothing's 100% yet, but I think we're about 80% of the way. Like I said, I almost said the bad word. The primary bedroom, not master bedroom. We don't say that anymore. The primary bedroom. I was saying what we don't say. We don't say that. We say primary. But the primary bedroom has when you walk in, there's like a half a foot step up to get to where like the bed would be and everything. Definitely gonna eat shit on that at some point in my stay there if we stay there. And then there's 3 sinks in the primary bedroom. Didn't know I needed more than one. There's 3. There's a toilet. There's a toilet that's its own little room. The toilet's its own room. And then you walk over and there's like the shower area, which doesn't have a door. but it's got a sink over there. So you like brush your teeth in there, you shit and wash your hands in the bathroom, like the toilet one. But the shower is its own thing that's kind of by itself. But then the closet's right there. But then there's like a wet bar. So there's 3 fucking sinks. So I was like, within 5 steps, I could wash my hands 3 times. It's great.
Well, that just means Emma gets 2 and you get whichever one she doesn't want.
I don't care.
So you're probably gonna get the one that's in the shower.
That's the cool one.
Yeah. Or actually, I don't know. Maybe that's more convenient for her to have the shower sink.
Probably is. It'd be closer to where the bed would be. It's like it's a townhouse, so it's like 2 stories, which like I don't know why, but with it's 2 stories, you feel like a king. Because you're like, yeah, I have stairs, no big deal. I also have a kid that'll probably be learning how to walk at that house, so gotta get a baby gate now, which is a fun little investment we'll get to make.
You're gonna need one for your bedroom too, because otherwise, once she starts to learn to walk, she's going to be the main one tripping over that step.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'll probably just be baby gated off. Can you get chicken wire as a baby gate? Does that work? Probably.
Laws that say you can't. I'm also not looking at them.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. We'll get into it. We'll figure it all out. When you have to do the chickens, when you have to buy the chickens for the punishment for mock draft season, I'll just borrow whatever extra chicken wire you got.
No, I mean you're going to be the one buying it, so it'll be on hand for you.
Well, I got a little backyard area, so that's good. I'd have places for the chickens.
What you can do also is just be real lazy and just never unpack a lot of shit and just push the boxes in the way as baby gates.
That's so like right in front of me, the closet that I'm looking at has 6 boxes that have been opened, but nothing's really been taken out of them. Like I needed a new legal pad today because I ran out of I used up all the paper on the other one. Had to dig through 2 boxes real quick, but those boxes I slid down the hall from our old move, and I'm really trying to convince myself, what if you just put a couple of things and you took these down to 2 boxes instead of 6, and then just throw the rest of them away. You clearly haven't used any of this stuff in a year, Alex. But what if I do need this Mighty Ducks jersey? Alex, when are you going to wear a hockey jersey of a team that's a fictional team? It was the original Mighty Ducks one with the duck with the stick in his hand.
Yeah, that's a fantastic jersey. You don't ever get rid of that.
It's a Charlie Conway jersey. But
you don't get rid of a Charlie Conway jersey.
I never wear it, dude.
So what if you need it?
That's why I have 6 boxes in there.
What if you've got a daytime pool party that you have to be at?
What if I need these shin guards from playing soccer for a couple months? I played soccer for 6 months every Saturday for like 2 years ago. What if I need these again? Probably will. Probably gonna need these.
You will not. The Charlie Conway jersey you will definitely need at some point in your life.
I haven't yet.
Dude, but that's what if you really need to flex? Okay, say you and Emma, you move in a new place, you guys get new couple friends. You want to establish dominance quickly on the other guy.
They're playing roller hockey. I'm like, you guys want to play roller hockey too? Huh? You need another one?
Hockey. You just show up in the Conway jersey, and then that dude's gonna be like, I don't have a jersey that good. You win. And then you're the alpha.
Good jersey.
Because badass jerseys are status symbols for dudes.
But I have really cool. Hold on, look at these. Just look at these from the box.
I know you do.
Not the box, but these are what I have.
I don't think he can hear me right now, so anything I say is pointless. Giants are stupid. Alex is stupid.
Don't.
Oh, you could hear.
Check out this bad boy. This is from Brad. Bro, Brad got me this at an auction. A Chris Middleton autographed jersey. Yeah, it was like St. Jude. Got me that. I gotta keep that one. And then Raymundo, the Giants throwbacks. 69. He got me that. That guy, it says PTG on the back of it. I gotta keep that. I only have so much room.
You're gonna have more room when you move into a house, dude.
Yeah, but that's the whole problem. Is I have a kid that's gonna then take up the space, the jersey space.
Think of it this way: someday you can give her the Charlie Conway jersey, and she'll be the coolest chick in college.
True. All right. You might have convinced me, but yeah, all the shit that you have to do when you're trying to move and trying to rent a place now, it's pulling teeth, and I am hopefully close to being done with it because I got to start over. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know. I don't want to start looking at places again.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm sorry, buddy. T's and P's.
Thanks, man. All right, moving on. Let's wrap this bad boy up with the answers segment. We did the pre-cum segment earlier. We told you all our celebrity Pokemon. But if you got any ideas, any high thoughts, any drunk ideas, you want relationship advice? We got you. You want medical advice? We can help you. Pat watched a lot of Scrubs. We're pretty much doctors. You want us to power rank things? We're the best at power ranking things. If you want us to tell you what color certain things are, we will tell you what color a smell is or what color a number is. Anything like that, hit us up at Pass the Gravy Pod on X. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we search for them. That's the best way to get that seen, to get your questions or your power rankings seen. And then if you don't have X, I don't know why, just get it. Or you can also email us passthegravypod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject so we can get them. But this is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right. Our first question this week is from Abby Givens at Abby Givens 17 on X. And Abby says, can anything tell time?
Yeah, clocks.
But anything in the world, can anything in the world tell time? So I looked at this a couple different ways.
Oh. Does anything, any object have the ability?
Because yes, clocks could tell time. So yes, something can tell that. It would be if something could tell time. Yes, clocks can. I can also tell time. But can anything tell time? Anything in the world tell time? All right, so you got to look at living and non-living things. You would think living things would be easier, but I think non-living things are easier because a non-living thing, no matter what, if you boil it down to it, it's a sundial. It's a shitty sundial or not a shitty sundial. But if you can figure out how to tell time off of it, you can tell time with anything. Water?
Anything.
I don't know. Let me look at that. Let me how's the sun reflecting off of it? Eventually, like Tom Hanks on Castaway, I'm sure if he just stood at the ocean, like stood and stared at the ocean, he could tell what time it was based on how the sun's coming off the water. Sundials. Everything is a sundial. Some are just better sundials than others. Now, living things. My daughter can't tell time worth shit, but body clocks are a whole thing. So she can kind of tell when it's morning. She can kind of like, you might not be able to be as accurate, but animals are like, hey, this is when this happens. Bears, they fucking hibernate when it gets to a certain time of the year. They know shit.
Try being an hour late telling your dog it's dinner time.
When daylight savings happens in a couple weeks. When that happens, like Wheezy's gonna be like, where's my food? I'm like, not yet. Not yet. We were springing back a little bit. You gotta wait. We'll feed you in an hour. And she'll be cool.
Or now though.
No, spring back is 2 weeks from now.
Oh yeah. Spring back, fall forward. That's right. Yeah.
You fall forward, you spring back.
Also, your dog.
Very easy to remember that. All the what?
I said your daughter could also be a sundial, so in that way she could tell time.
So everything can, yeah.
Even a piece of paper, yeah, it's very thin. But if we got a good enough microscope, we could tell which way the sun was coming off of it and casting a shadow, and we could tell time from it.
The answer is sundials. Everything is a sundial.
It's a sundial.
Even us. If I had no idea what time was, you could tell time off of me if you could figure out how to tell time off of me.
I'd be a great sundial. Big shadow to cast.
Yeah. So everything can tell time.
Yes.
Great question, Abby. Great question. Next one we got is Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on X. And Mikey says, are speed bumps just reverse potholes?
In every sense of it, yes. Not only because it is a bump instead of a divot, but a pothole is when the road breaks down. Speed bump has to have a road crew build it up.
Oh, I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah, it's literally the exact opposite.
Yeah, it is. Like speed bumps are the opposite of that. They're the exact opposite of. Yeah, and we should just get rid of speed bumps and then put them where the potholes are. Put what's left over, and then you fill in the potholes with the speed bumps. Boom, done. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
I almost said that like instead of speed bumps, we should just use potholes. But the problem with that is speed bumps work because you can see them. So you slow down, you don't see potholes.
And they don't fuck up your car as much. And usually if they do, it's because you're doing something.
And even speed bumps don't always work. We've said it before. When we were in high school, they installed speed bumps and they built them way too high and were bottoming them out everybody's fucking cars at school.
Yeah. But I also hate the guy that like in my apartment complex parking garage, there's like people that you'll get behind when you're coming in at the same time as them, and then they completely come to a stop and then just like ooch over it. And you're like, buddy, these aren't big speed bumps. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Your car has suspension. It'll be okay.
And you're also in like a truck. Like this isn't gonna bottom out any of your car.
Oh dear God, Andy's in the truck. What a bitch.
Like, what are you doing? But yeah, speed bumps are absolutely reverse potholes. Great observation, Mikey.
Fact.
Mikey's been on fire this year, dude. Next one we got, this is from Josh Treecoddle at Joshua Tree 713 on X, and Josh says, power rank bears: black, polar, panda, koala, and grizzly. What do you say?
All right. And I have a reasoning to my order. It's ones I'm ordering mine in ones in which I think I could be buddies, or ones that I would like to be buddies with.
Oh, I was thinking like scariest or coolest, toughest. Maybe.
How I'm doing mine. Number one, panda bear. I think I would be great being friends with a panda bear. They're big old morons. I see those of all the Asian dudes and chicks getting to just be the caregivers in Chinese zoos, and they're just like gripping onto their legs and being morons and tumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that. Number two, koala. It'd probably be the easiest one because they're smaller. Probably
latch onto you.
Yeah, I got to look out for the chlamydia, but other than that, I think it'll be okay. Fun fact, if you didn't know that.
I did know that. That was one of my reasons for my rankings for where they are.
3, black bear. They are the most timid of the bears and the smallest. So once again, smaller, probably easier to be a friend with.
Still bigger than koalas and pandas.
Still bigger, yes. I don't know if they're bigger than pandas. Pandas might be bigger. Pandas are pretty fucking big.
Well, let's go to Google.
I think they're probably pretty similar sized. I know that of the main 3 people think of koala, grizzly, black, and polar bear, or if you don't want to say grizzly, brown bear, whatever. Black bears are far and away smallest of those 3.
They may be similar, but the biggest black bears are bigger than the biggest pandas, is what Google says.
Okay. Well, either way, black bear 3.
All right.
I can be a black bear friend. 4, grizzly. Very big and scary. Also, I've seen lots of videos of trained grizzly bears in Hollywood, and I think they'd be fun. I would love to also ride one like a furry tractor, like Rick does in Anchorman.
Yeah.
That'd be a great fit. Like, if I could train him to be a friend, giant grizzly bear that I can just lay on, use his belly as my pillow. Come on.
That'd be cool. You get him to get honey out of a tree for you.
Yeah. Last one, polar bear. Look cool, not friends.
Coca-Cola, though.
Coca-Cola.
Make you want a Coke.
Awesome. Real life polar bears are like the most dangerous fucking animal on the planet.
Which is why
food environment, so they will kill everything. They'll actually and try and kill humans.
Did you see the video of the submarine that goes up? And
no.
The polar bear just tries to fuck up the submarine. It's like, what are you? And it like tries to like nibble on it. Be like, can I bite you? Can I eat you? I'm gonna try and eat you. If I can eat you, I'm gonna eat you. And you're like, oh, dude, that polar bear wanted no business. Like it wanted nothing to do with the sub in a way where it was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you were a living thing. And then it was like, well, you're metal. Never mind.
I'm just mad that we never actually got to hear Dwight's 2 schools of thought on what's the best bear.
Yeah, there's probably a deleted scene we could go look up.
Yeah, like I want to know.
I will go
best bear because it is.
I went like powerful, like powerfulness, like don't fuck with. So 1 was polar bear. Don't fuck with polar bears. 2 is grizzly. Second meanest. 3 is black bear. 4 is panda. 5 is koala. Chlamydia. Only bear that'll really give you an STD. Like I don't want that.
but it's the least scary. A bear that can give you an STD is the least scary.
Well, it's like the least powerful because it's like
Oh,
I'm gonna stay away from you, buddy.
Also, black bear over panda bear. Shocking. I thought the martial arts would skew you the other way.
Of course, you'd put the part white bear over the black bear. You racist.
Yeah, but if you know anything about the way bears are, if even one drop of black.
What do you mean bears are?
Well, it's their rules. One drop means you're a black bear.
Mm.
That's their rule.
Good call. Good call.
That's why Patrick Mahomes doesn't get to play for the black bear team.
That's true. The panda teams. The pandas would be on the black bear team.
Pandas would.
They'd be on the black bear team.
But we would not be.
Not the polar bear team.
Polar bear's got a great offensive line. That's about it.
It reminds me of my favorite bear movie, Polar Bears Can't Jump.
I've been really into Polar Bear Lotus lately. It's pretty
Polar Lotus. Which really brings a new meaning to the Polar Express. Pretty fucked up. It's whites only.
It's the opposite of the Underground Railroad.
Yeah. All right. Great power ranking submission, Josh Tree. Josh Tree is killing it with the answers this year. He may be the leader in the clubhouse for our best answers question asker this year. This is from Andrew Alderman, who writes in. And Andrew says, which sport has made the most spectators rich?
Oh, I read this wrong. I thought it was which has the most rich spectators, and I was gonna be like F1. But which has made the most spectators rich?
What sport has made the most spectators rich?
So it's basically which one has people gambled on and made money off of the most. I think is the way it has to be, because it's really the only way fans get money off of the sport.
Right, but like you gotta win, and so the way I looked at it is, what are the oldest things that you could bet on? I know chariot racing was stuff, but I just kind of was like horse racing and boxing are like those are the sports of kings. Horse racing makes sense, but a lot of boxing matches are fixed. So you could be a spectator that was in on the fix, making that money.
I didn't even think about that. I was thinking more along the lines of horse racing. Yes, you get better odds, but it's one against the field. Whereas boxing, it's a 1v1.
Yeah. And you could be like, Sonny Liston's going to take a dive in the third. Boom. Pat and I got rich because we were in on it.
And not to say that there is not fuckery that goes on in horse racing as well.
Right, because there absolutely is.
But boxing... Yeah, because you got to remember, a lot more underground boxing than there is underground horse racing,
and they can't do all the research on all that stuff.
Yeah, so I think it's definitely boxing.
So boxing would probably have made the most spectators rich over time.
Yes,
that's a really good question, Andrew. Really good question.
When it comes out to betting, the house always wins in the end. But of winnings, I think it would be boxing. Yeah,
that's why I was like, it's got to be something that like the public can win on. And I was like, oh, they fix boxing matches. They used to fix boxing matches. Boxing, I don't know if you've watched any boxing stuff. Like sometimes you're like, how the fuck did this happen?
When
you watch
us in Australia.
Yeah, you're like, that guy got his ass kicked for every round, and you gave it to the other guy? Huh?
Yeah, did 3 punches, and he was in Australia, and the guy's Australian against me.
They were efficient punches. Okay, right. Let's give a whole match to that. So I would say boxing.
Yes, and especially lately with the Paul brothers fights, you just bet on them.
Yeah, I put like an insane amount of money on them. Like insane for me, not for a lot of people, but like for me, I was like, here you go. Let's empty the clip. That, and then we're past it enough now, but on Canada, I was like, I was leveraging my future. I was like, I don't care if I empty my bankroll on us to lose to Canada and then we win, because I basically did that for my country. That's me doing that for my country. But in the off chance that Canada wins the Four Nations, I doubled my bank account, my bankroll. So that was cool.
I mean, I bet on.
Yeah, I almost did, but I was like, everybody else is doing that. What I should do now, boom, and I did Canada plus 1.5, and then Canada money line. Also.
Small bet on America. The large bet on Canada was the right call.
Yeah.
I put $5 on America. wasn't exactly sweating losing that.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, I would rather not win this and just put more money in tomorrow. But if we do lose, holy shit, I got a lot of that. And I'm still living off of that, which is nice. Then you can be a little risky with some bets. Last question this week is from Manny Rosario, who I don't know if has written in to us before. If so, it's been a minute. But Manny, welcome to the pod if you're new. And Manny says, why do beached whales die on land if they breathe air?
I mean, they probably starve.
So I looked up this when I saw this question come in.
Real research on the show.
I did some real research. So dehydration plays part into it, but whales can't support their own weight on land. They're big ass fucking creatures. So your lungs get compressed and pushed down, and it's a very slow, painful death for these whales, where it's like not a boa constrictor bad, but like, oh shit, now I can't breathe that much. Now I can only breathe the air. Now I can only expand my lungs here. And they're just slowly becoming dehydrated in the sun or wherever they're in. And just the weight of all that doesn't support them. So it like fucks up their lungs and then eventually just suffocates them. But they do breathe air.
That makes sense.
They just are in the ocean where that kind of doesn't matter. So it's like, it doesn't matter how big you are.
Yeah. Also, just because they breathe air doesn't mean they don't need the water. Like you said, the dehydration part of it, they're adapted for aquatic environment.
Yeah, they're not fit. They're fish, but they're
Think about
not
how
fish.
They get sunburned too.
It's very true. Very true. All right. That was great questions, everybody. That was a really good crop of questions. I like that. This is a good week. Good week of questions, everybody. Keep them coming at PassGradePod on X. Use the hashtag PTG answers. That's how we'll find them. And then what else? I am at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion. Robert's at Robert Barbosa 03 on X and all socials. We are at PassGradePod. Go follow us on TikTok too. Go comment on all of our TikToks. Go like all of our TikTok things and share us with a friend. If you're watching us on YouTube, go listen to the podcast. If you're listening to us, we are on YouTube. Every episode is live on YouTube. I appreciate you guys bearing with us through a Zoom episode. We should be back in person next week like normal, and it'll be a great pod. Robert's gonna be so pissed that we were under 2 hours right now. But have a great rest of your week at PassGradePod on all socials. What do we want them to say on the comments if they're commenting on you're at the very end?
Give us your celebrity Pokemon mashups.
Celebrity Pokemon mashups. Just list them. If we get to 200, I'll pick a random person to get an Irish I was listening to Pass the Gravy shirt or hat. All right. And then Abby Givens, I still owe you a shirt, so I'll send you that hopefully this week. I've been very busy. Let's do the random celebrity. Who you got?
I got Missy Elliott.
Pidgey Elliott.
Pidgey Elliott.
I like to call her. I'm gonna take Timothy Chalamet. Charmeleon. All right, let me pull this guy up.
Timothy
right.
Chalamet.
This is the one I just pulled up. Doesn't have any of them on it. Here we go. All right, LeBron James, Fred Astaire, Gale Sayers, Jeffrey Rush, Michael Jackson, Rita Hayworth, The Clash, and Ella Fitzgerald. No winners this week. But those were actually some good guesses, though. Yeah, you kind of were. Missy Elliott, Ella Fitzgerald, kind of the same people almost, if you think about it. All right. Have a great rest of your week. We love you guys. Be good to one another. And until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy, ya bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Houston, baby. Now we go.